It's Tuesday, the 3rd of June, 2025. Welcome to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in multiple series of mostly motorsports within Real Racing 3 update 13.4. And this is part 8 of this mini series. Now, there's a possibility there might be a little bit of a problem with this stream tonight, so we'll see how we get on. But feedback from YouTube isn't brilliant, although apparently now it's telling me everything's okay. Great, fantastic. So we'll carry on. Okay, game on screen. There we go, and a bit of game audio as well. Okay, so where to begin? Well, it's a Tuesday, and Tuesday means a new online multiplayer tournament and a new weekly time trial. Now, that does mean also we should have upgrade sales for this week as well. So we'll take a look at that. A couple of people in the chat. So we've got Iargo says hi. Well, hi back, Iargo. Welcome along. And Lord Night Moon also says hello in the chat on the YouTube side. Welcome along. Good to see you both. Iargo, I don't remember you, so welcome along. And Lord Night Moon, good to see you again. Now, in addition, before we go through the sales, there's also a time trial competition that's opened called Grand Touring Endurance. So there's quite a few things to discuss here. So I'm not going to do any racing initially, just going to go through what's going on. So I am told that one of the cars that will be on sale this week, or will have discounts, will be the Chevrolet Corvette C6.R GT2. But you'll notice I haven't got that in my notification section. And the reason for that is my car is already fully upgraded. So nothing to be gained there. It looks like I've probably upgraded it in the past because there probably was a discount on it in the past, and as you can see there, it does have an exclusive series, so possibly for a few of you out there might be worthwhile doing. Weekly time trial, this one's going to be interesting because it's all Porsches, with the 2016 having a 35% discount. Now, I'm not going to be doing any of this. As you can see there, I've got 22 out of 30 upgrades applied. But if we just quickly go in and have a look, even with a 35% discount, the upgrades are quite expensive. So ideally, if we're doing these sort of upgrades, you'd be wanting a significant amount of return. Now, I guess in fairness, there's 8 in total, and I guess the ones that are open are all 4 of 6, and in terms of what it's been upgraded to, so 5 of 6 will be gold, 6 of 6 will be R dollars. But if we look across there, it's 400 gold. So not particularly cheap. So as always, what I would do is have a look at what series this car is in. Now, it appears to be a motorsports car. So if we go into the motorsports garage, there we go. The car is selected. Immediate note, no exclusives series. Porsche is only in one season, 2016. It isn't fully upgraded. It isn't, sorry, the series isn't completed, so there is some reward to be had back. But it's 33 against an overall cost of around 400 gold, never mind the R dollars. So I'm not going to do upgrades against either of the cars. Now, there is a third series to look at, which is the time trial competition. So we'll just have a look at that in a second. Iago says, do you have the Bugatti? Please, can you play with the Bugatti, the Devo? I do have the Bugatti. There will be some Bugatti racing tonight, but it won't be the Devo. We'll be doing the Bugatti Chiron or Chiron. Not sure how it should be pronounced. But we'll be looking to race that car and take its exclusive series to 100%. So the third new series that we will be racing tonight will be the Grand Touring Endurance Time Trial Competition. It's open for 14 days in total. Now this is really interesting. So if you watched last night, we were talking a little bit about the Ford GT Le Mans 2019 and saying hold off doing the event that this car is in, because next week we should have some discounts available for this car in terms of upgrading it if you don't own it, and those discounts will be 50%. Now I do own this car, but I've only got 25 out of 28. And if it's in this time trial competition for the next 14 days, it does look as it come next Tuesday, we'll be able to upgrade this car, potentially fully upgrade it with a discount of 50%, complete the event that it's in, race with it fully upgraded in the time trial competition, and I believe it's in the online multiplayer tournament as well. So wow, this very rarely happens. This very rarely happens within Real Racing 3. So I will do a bit of racing on this, but not much, because for me, this really comes into its own next week, where the intention is to fully upgrade this car. And with a 50% discount and with an exclusive series available for it, it's going to come into its own in terms of what I can do with it. But that will have to be discussed next Tuesday. So Iago's asking lots of questions about cars I'm going to race. I will be racing as it is on the thumbnail. So there will be racing, and it will be as per described basically on the thumbnail. Now, because in both the weekly time trial and the time trial competition, at the moment I don't have any cars fully upgraded, I'm going to be limited about what I can do based on the number of drive tokens I have, and I only have 3 tokens out of the box. So what I'm thinking of doing is one time trial at the beginning of the stream, let the drives build back up, and then do the other time trial at the end of the stream. That's what I've got to limit myself to this time round, because I don't have a fully upgraded car with double durability and therefore unlimited drive tokens. So let's do a bit of racing. Let's see how we get on. Might be a little bit short from that perspective, but we'll see. White Pro enters the chat and says hello. Well, hello, White Pro. Welcome along. So in the weekly time trial, I've got the Porsche 911 RSR 2016. I've already decided not to apply any upgrades, so we're just going to do it as is, but because it's not fully upgraded, I'll only have 3 drive tokens available. So I think this time I'm going to take my time and just try and set a time and not worry at this moment about being crazy. Now in fairness, I am expecting this car to be pretty balanced in terms of grip, brakes, acceleration and top speed, but I am going to take my time, so I don't want to make any mistakes. There's a little bit of pressure on. So we're effectively into the third week of this release, and it is definitely staying as a mostly motorsports release. I'm sort of going a bit slower just to set a half decent lap, and then I'll worry about improving it once I've done that. Yeah, the brakes in this car is pretty decent. So I reckon I can brake a lot later than what I have been doing on this lap. So I reckon there's some significant improvement to be had. White Pro puts, I fully upgraded my Bentley Continental GT3 and I have 23% progress in its exclusive series. Well done. Well done indeed. Obviously what you've got to do with it being a motorsports car is you're limited by the M dollar cap, which is 250,000 a day, but at least you can do that for the next 4 days in terms of racing, so that should be okay. Should earn quite a bit of money through that. Right, well, I've not actually seen where I've come, so let's have a look. I'm betting Group E. Oh, there we go, Group E. Okay, so I reckon based on that I should be able to get into Group D. Group C might be a little bit of a tall ask. But let's see now if we can set an improvement on our second go. Because it also usually means more mistakes, but we'll see. Oh dear, see, there you go. We'll keep on going because what I want to see is if I can improve by 3 seconds. So even though I do have a 4-second time penalty, if I can knock 3 seconds off, I know I can at least get into Group D, which I'm hoping will be the bare minimum that I achieve. There we go, 2 seconds already. Oh, if only I hadn't hit the wall there. Now again into this corner, I can brake a little bit later. Messed up there significantly. Okay, so overall this won't be quicker, but it does, well, it includes, all right, it was quicker because it only included a 2-second penalty. So I reckon I can match that at the very least and be very close to getting into D. So let's give that one more go, assuming that we have durability left, which we do. Let's see how we get on. Well, that's not brilliant, is it? I'm already 3 seconds behind. Oh, well, it's going to be a little bit of hard work to better this, but I'm confident I can get into D. Just not today by the looks of it. Okay, I definitely think I can get into D. Shame. Now I think the car will now need servicing. There we go. I don't think any of the other cars are as good now. 209, no, nowhere near. Yeah, okay, so we'll leave that for today. Got into Group E, reckon I can get into Group D, and then we'll just see how the wind blows. Okay, so that is the first time trial done for today. I'll do the time trial competition at the end of the stream so that I've got my drive tokens back. So on to the next series. That will be the online multiplayer tournament, and I'll be using the Chevrolet Corvette C6.R GT2, I think. Now it's interesting because compared to the C8 Z06, it looks a lot slower and nowhere near as good as acceleration, but just look at the brake and the grip in comparison. Interesting. Well, I'm going to give this a go first. Let's see how we get on. I think this car suits more my driving style, have it been an all-round balanced car, maybe not the top speed, but pretty good on brakes and pretty good on grip. Looks like there's quite a few people who've got a similar idea though. Okay, so we've got 3 laps. It looks like I'm clearly in third. Can I catch first and second? It looks like I'm well ahead of fourth and below. Now that guy's just flown off the track, so up into second. Not sure what happened there, why I did that. Still touching and feeling my way around with this car. Okay, so we're 2 laps in, 1 more lap to go, and am in second. Well, there we go, second. Now, the last 2 weeks I've only scored 6 gold on this particular series, so I'm hoping I can score a little bit better. Well, I do think there's a little bit of a balance between this car and the one in the middle, because that's technically faster, better acceleration, but doesn't have the best grip. Now, I don't get on with cars like that. A lot of people that play this game do. Okay, so 83 rating points. Let's just go ahead and race again. Still at Lime Rock Park, still racing against 7 other opponents. There we go. Everyone's in. Let's go racing. Always a little bit tentative around that little chicane there, and I find myself in third. See if I can go a little bit faster. Just worried about going off track and losing position. There you go, I'm finding myself in third position now. Just don't seem to have the racecraft at the moment. I'm not quite trusting this car, to be fair. So I might have to settle for third. So no victory up to this point. Triple H enters the chat and goes, "What's up, Tony Stark?" There's no Iron Man here. Cheeky. But welcome along. Good to see you again. Okay, so only a third. Only a third. we go. Confirmation of third. How many points did I score? 67. Okay. So I reckon that's put me into 5. Yeah, there we go. 5 gold. 650 rating points. Well, let's carry on racing. We might as well use the durability up of the car. Interesting that it goes to the C8 Z06. Interesting. I'm sticking with the grippier car because that's my driving style. Seems that everybody else has the same idea. Oh, apart from that guy. Oh, right, okay, so this will be interesting. What's he like? You see, there you go, and there's the problem. It just hasn't got the grip. A little bit of an aggressive race today. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. I find myself all of a sudden in third. 1 lap to go, 2 cars in front. Oh, my acceleration just failed there. That's a disaster. Maybe that's what happened to this guy on the lap before. There we go. I think at this moment I'll take third. Acceleration keeps failing though, so I might not even get third. It does this on occasion, the iPad. The acceleration stops working. To give it a clean. But there we go, confirmation of third. I bet you it's very close between third and fourth. Yeah, look at that. 891 versus 935. I do think that takes me up to 6 gold. There we go. Now, can I keep pushing forward? Stop giving me the middle car. Let's go. Oh, hello. Look at that. All 8 racers. All probably got the same car now, though. Apart from, by the looks of it, the car in front. So what's the betting he goes off track? Oh. There was me pushing it a bit too hard, and I find myself all the way back in 8th. So there he goes. That car just hasn't got the grip. Now, strangely enough, it looks like both 7th and 8th have left the game. Everyone's ashamed to finish behind me. Well, let's hope everybody else feels the same way. There we go. Hopefully that's another one shamed. So this is probably going to cost me points at the moment, only in 5th. But he's gone off track, so he's at 4th. And this is why you should never give up. You remember I was in 8th place. Simply by continuing to race, and I find myself in 4th, although to be fair, there's a possibility of slipping back to 5th. But somebody else has left. Dearie me. Yep, so there we go, 5th only. Minus 43, oh dear, back to 5 then. And the car now needs servicing. So, there we go. Oh, yes, of course I can't. I meant to press exit. I do apologise. So, day 1 of the online multiplayer tournament. 5 gold. It's okay. We'll work on it during the week and see if we can get a little bit higher. I do think there's a bit of capability with this car, so I do see myself finishing hopefully on 8 or 9 gold, but we'll see later on in the week. Okay, so what we're going to do next, let's have a think. Let's do some exclusive series. Now, I think what I said in yesterday's stream is because the Porsche Mission R is a motorsports car, I do think realistically I'm not going to be able to take that to 100% because I'll hit the $M total. But we will give it a go. But I think I'm going to do the Bugatti first, then I'll do the other motorsports car, and then I'll come back to the Porsche Mission R in terms of what $M is left to earn for today. But I think I'm doing all right. I said I wanted to be over 1,000 gold for this Tuesday, and I'm sitting at 1,381. So I'm in a good place to do the race to the Zenith or race for the Zenith in tomorrow's stream. So let's see if I can get the Bugatti all the way up to 100%. So all the way back to tier 11. Tier 11, it's a speed record around the Daytona International Speedway motorcycle course. What have we got? 258. Okay. I think I need to go around. So I'm going to start way back from the start line. There may also be a crash at the end of this straight. Just to warn everyone. Okay, so 258 is what I've got to beat. It's 220, 230, 240, 250. Oh, look at that. I could have done it. Oh dear. So there we go. I'm going to hit the... Here we go. Oof. Oops-a-daisy. Car ruin. Don't care. I've already got first. So in fairness, I didn't need to go and start from way back behind the starting line, because I did hit that speed before crossing what would have been the finish line. But hey, it's always best, I think, to make sure. So whereas the Chevrolet's got plenty of grip that I just raced before, this Bugatti really doesn't. Not a big fan of this. I don't dislike it, but it's a little bit like skating on ice. $230, $240, $250. Ironically, wouldn't have got it that time round. Always the way. Nevertheless, that's one race down. It's a first, and I believe that completes tier 11. I'm getting a bit warm, so I'm just going to put a fan on. One moment. Would you believe it? It's a bit warm here in the UK, and that's on a day when it's not been a particularly nice day. But yeah, it's turned out a little bit nicer in the evening. Right, okay, on to tier 12. Oh dear. There we go. On to tier 12. We've got a head-to-head around Monza. Now again, I don't think this car is particularly well suited to Monza. Yes, it's quick, but I just know it's going to get caught out in the turns. Whoops-a-daisy. It's allowed, so it's not cheating. That's how I look at it. I am 100 yards ahead of second. I've just got to stay there. That will be easy said than done with this car, I think. Okay, there we go. I did that on purpose to slow it down because I knew I was going too fast into the corner. There we go. So I won by crook, that's for sure there. But win nevertheless. Aaron C. John enters the chat on the YouTube side and says hello. Well, hello Aaron, good to see you again. Welcome back. Not that you were ever gone everywhere. You pretty much join every day, which is very much appreciated. And Mazambu Oscar says hello from Kenya. Well, welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Okay, how we're looking. %92, tier 12 completed. Moving up to tier 16, and it's another speed record to do. This time at the Grand Prix circuit of the Circuit of the Americas. Well, at least we know which is the fastest part of the track. Although looking at that, it looks like first was nowhere near second, so might struggle to get first. All I'm going to say is there's a possibility of me crashing the car again. Let's find out. Two, 225 I've got to get to. There we go. Stop, stop, stop. Off track. Ah! Bang! Oh dear. Never ever lend me your hypercar, because it might be returned, but it might need to go straight into the garage for some bodywork repair. There we go. Right, okay, so that is another first. So we're getting closer to getting to 100% here. Zavi Boy, is it? Says, hi there, man. When you started playing Real Racing 3, you have so much R dollars and gold. Well, I don't know about gold, but definitely R dollars. So the reason for that is I've been playing on and off for 12 years. I did put it down for a while a few years back. The reason why I have so many R dollars is I do go into the game, I want to say most days, but reality is it's at least every day for the daily reward. But what happens once you've got to a particular point in the game, which is pretty much when you've completed the earlier series and you start moving on to the later series. And typically at that point, to upgrade the cars, you need gold. Our dollars become next to useless almost. So what happens is, on a daily basis, you'll do an event or you'll race in a series and you earn R dollars, but then you can't spend those R dollars. So all that happens is, over a period of time, my R dollars accumulate. In regards to gold, that kind of fluctuates. I reckon if you looked back at some of my videos, you'll actually find me on 0 gold. So with gold, quite often, as long as you know what you're doing, you can build it up relatively quickly. But then in terms of events, winning the cars, which typically now require gold to upgrade the car, is also very easy to spend gold. So for example, at the moment I'm sitting at 1,381 gold. I'll be doing an event tomorrow. I'm pretty sure if that's not below 1,000 gold by the time I've completed that event, say on Thursday, then it won't be far off 1,000 gold. So easy come, easy go, or probably a little bit more accurate. Even when gold is hard earned, it's very easily spent. And I do only spend gold in 1 or 2 scenarios. 1, upgrading a car to win the car, or 2, applying a discounted upgrade to a car so that it unlocks either an exclusive series or allows me to complete a series that car is in. Yeah, so there we go. That's why. Anyway, that's tier 16 completed. On to the next tier, which I think is 20, or is it 19? No, it's 20. Okay. So we've got 2 races here. We've got a head-to-head at Melbourne, so we'll do that one first. Not a fan of Melbourne. I'm not a fan of any of the circuits that are basically barriers all the way around, especially when you've got some of these bigger cars. But when it's a head-to-head, it's not quite so bad. At least, ironically, you see, here we go. Oof. When you are ahead, you can at least defend pretty well on these sort of tracks. But I will now just go slowly and carefully around and just defend my position. So I won't be crazy with the speed. Especially with this car, which isn't the best at grip. So there we go, I'm 100 yards ahead a second and I'm coming up to the end of the lap. So there we go, that is a first quite easily. There we go. To be fair, I don't tend to have too many problems with head-to-head races. Okay, so only one more open race left, and then it's just the time trial to get to 100%. And I believe this exclusive series has 40 gold when I get to 100%. There we go, 40 gold. Fantastic. Right, let's do the speed record. It's around the Porsche test track. It is the long circuit, which again is fine. I don't think I need to worry about starting behind the start line, because I think there's a straight that's longer, so that would be the place I think to get the fastest lap, but I've already made a mistake. Oh dear, I've messed that up already, so I'm gonna have to go off track, I think, back at the other end. Oh, come on, really? Right, well, I'm going back. I'm going back to have another go. Because I'm not happy with that. So you saw there's an example of second was nowhere near first. But I reckon I can get this. I just need to be better around this corner. Right, 221 I've got to get. Come on. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Unbelievable. So I may end up missing out. I may only get to 99%. That would be a disaster. But we'll have a look at this, because look how that's at 221. Second is nowhere near. Maybe I can get it. I don't think I can get it at this straight. We needed that long straight. Yeah, not a chance. There we go. So let's have a look at this. I mean, look at that. Third is 186. Second is 220. And first, obviously that's me. And first is 221. It's not even, it doesn't even make any sense. So Masambu Oscar says, have you ever used your own money to purchase gold or dollars or a car? No is the answer to that question. I don't even purchase the early release tracks. Yeah, I've not spent a penny on this game. It's all to do with what I've earned in the game in terms of M dollars, R dollars, and gold. And obviously, it's accrued over quite a long time. But I'm disappointed there, and I'm not very happy because I can't get to 100%, and my car now needs servicing. So that's disappointed me. I will, however, do the time trial. So this series will have to be attempted again on Friday. All I have to do is get round this track without going off track. I'm not bothered about setting a fast time, I just need to get round cleanly. But unfortunately, it will mean I won't earn gold because I won't have been able to take the series to 100%. So that will just go into Friday's stream. And the reason why it's going into Friday's stream is because tomorrow and Thursday I'll be doing the Zenith event. And I think that's going to take 2 days just because it's a motorsports event, and therefore the car will be earning N dollars, and you have a daily cap of 250 N dollars. Now I could be wrong on that, we'll find out tomorrow. Alright, there we go. That's unfortunately it's 99%. No gold for me in this series. Gutted. So we'll service the car, being disappointed. So it actually means on this stream I won't have earned any gold at all. But it'll be back on Friday and we'll try again. Right, okay, let's have a look at the time trial competition. Be careful not to start the other event. And let's see how many drives we've got. So we've got 2 at the moment, and the third will be added after 10 minutes. Okay, that's fine. So what we'll do now then is we'll go into Motorsports all the way along to Endurance Prototypes, and we'll have a go with the Track Beast Duqueine, or Duqueine. And there's a couple of races we can do. It was a bit disappointing getting second in elimination and only third in cup, but we'll attempt to do the speed snap and the speed record first, and then see if we can turn those 2 cups from second and a third to first. 163. I reckon this might be doable. Come on. Surely. There we go. There we go, we got first there. 165. First set of M dollars earned for today. The intention in this stream is to take that all the way to the cap of 250,000. Again, because the event we're doing tomorrow, Race to the Zenith, involves a motorsports car, we'll have to upgrade the car spending M dollars and gold. So I think we're in a good position to do that. Okay, next up, speed record around the Nürburgring, and hopefully everyone knows where the fastest part of the circuit is. It is towards the end, and in fairness you can go flying off without damaging your car. So guess what I'm going to do if I haven't already got first. It's allowed, so it's not cheating. It is gamesmanship for sure, wouldn't argue with that. What I don't want to happen is for the acceleration to give up, which is what happened just there and there. Might be one of those days today. Need to get that sorted out for tomorrow. You see, look, it's just failing all of the time. Not good. Okay, let's see what we can do. So that's 7th, that's 6th, that's 5th, 4th, 3rd, 1st. There we go. And see what I mean? Flying over, back onto the track, 1st, and no damage to the car, other than a bit of grass on the tyres. So Melvin Lee says, I am waiting for next Tuesday to upgrade the Ford Le Mans, the Ford GT Le Mans 2019 from the sales of 50% discount and unlock the exclusive series. Indeed, can't say I blame you. Cannot say I blame you. I will be doing the same and a lot more besides, because it will also upgrade the car that is available to race in the time trial competition that opened today and will still be open come next Tuesday. So yes, it's a very interesting time, because it's very rare that Real Racing 3 do something like that. But there we go, we managed to get first. Now we can't go any further in terms of tier 19 because the Cup requires a minimum PR that is more than my car's PR. There we go, 92 minimum. I've got 91.9, and I have no intention at this moment in time to upgrade the car any further. So in terms of this series, I can't get any further than where I am now in terms of tier 19. But what I can do is try and turn elimination and the Cup in tier 18 to first. So we'll have a go with elimination first. Can I do better than what I did yesterday? I believe I was a little bit slow in terms of overtaking the cars yesterday, so I think I'm already in a better position because I'm already in 4th. Let's see if we can get into 3rd. No, not quite, but still up with the leaders. Go into 3rd again by Crook, because yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Now I got 2nd, so I need to do better than 2nd. And again I can see 1st disappearing off into the distance. There we go, that's 2nd, and look, 1st is in contact. So there we go. Into 1st. There we go. Just got to stay there. Easier said than done. But better to be there and have an attempt to succeed than not being there and having none. Bit of driving gamesmanship going on here just to stay in first. I think I can do it. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. Woo, that was close. I almost messed that up at the end. But there we go. Managed to do it. That's a first there. Only question is that the durability of the car gone, or can I have one more go at the Cup? There we go. We've got one more go at the Cup. So if we do get first, that will be the end of this series for the time being. 91%. Let's do the Cup. It's 6 laps around the motorcycle circuit at Daytona International Speedway. Not my favourite track. But let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can avoid getting some damage this time round. A little bit of damage there, that's for sure. Now, ironically, this car, it isn't the best cutting across the grass. There's no advantage to be had. Okay, so I'm up into 6 at the end of lap 1. So with 5 laps to go, I've got 5 cars to overtake. And I'll have an improvement if I do better than 3rd. Okay, that's 1 car for this lap. Might be a little bit of paint damage, but you know, that's acceptable. That's 2 cars for this lap. I think for the rest of the lap, I'm just going to focus in on just getting on the tail of 4. Okay, there we go. Well, that's a great start in terms of the first 2 laps into 3rd, and we're 1st and 2nd in touching distance. Man, that was hard work. That was hard work staying in 3rd though. So I am right on the tail now of 2nd, so I reckon I can get this guy at some point. Try not to hit him too hard though, eh? There we go. That's second. They're always faster than me though. I suppose that's because I've smashed my car, so their top speed's better than mine. Oops, a daisy. Ooh. That's pretty good by the car in front. Never mind, I'll get him here. Alright, so I am in first. It's tight though. 2 more laps after this one. But I'm doing better than what I did at my previous attempt yesterday. But again, what you need to think about is, say for example, you've only got motorsports cars being updated or motorsports cars available, and all those motorsports cars earn you M dollars for racing, and you have a cap on M dollars, which you do in the game at the moment, of 250,000 M dollars a day. There's a limitation to what you can do, because after you've hit the cap you don't earn any additional M dollars. So I really do hope next release is not mostly motorsports, because of that reason and that reason alone. So penultimate lap, and I am still ahead, but only just. And second, yet again, it's catching on me. One more lap to go. Less than 100 yards ahead. For that, we're catching back markers as well. Okay, final part of the final lap, and I'm over 100 yards at this moment in time in the lead. There we go. Let's see what we can do. Pretty sure I can bring this home now. There we go. First. Boom. Well, that was a tight race. $48,450 M dollars earned, 74,000 in total. Car will need servicing. That's the end of this car for today, and it's the end of this car and the series for the foreseeable future. It will return if there's an opportunity of getting discounted upgrades on this car. Who knows on that one? There we go. That's that series completed with. Now, if we go to the time trial competition, we should now have free drive tokens. So I'm going to, of all these cars, let's just go through them. You've got the BMW M8 GTE. I've got this at 88.6. You've got the Aston Martin Vantage GTE 2018. I've got that at 88.9. You've got another Porsche 911 RSR, this time 2018. And you've got the Ford GT Le Mans 2019, which apparently will have an upgrade sale on it as of next Tuesday. So this already is my best car in the cars that I do have. And it'd be even better, fingers crossed, come next Tuesday when I will intend to fully upgrade that car. But as it isn't fully upgraded, I've only got free drive tokens to use. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I was a little bit too tight into that corner, so I reckon I've lost a bit of time there, but at least I haven't gone off track. To be fair, this is another relatively well balanced car. I always find this the hardest corner at Silverstone. There we go. An error-free lap, at least in terms of going off track. So Jonathan Powell enters the chat. Welcome along. Says you are doing very well on the game. Well, that's very kind of you to say so. Thank you very much. I hope you are doing as well in the game. See, that's not brilliant. I've only got into F. But it's a good way of setting a baseline lap. I reckon I can do a lot better than that. So let's have another go. And let's see if we can get out of F. Ideally, I want to be, if not in C, then definitely towards the end of Group D, attempting to get into C. But I think, as always, once I've done a lap, I can always normally improve. So let's see if we can. I mean, look at that. I'm already a second up. Almost. Struggling around there. Nevertheless, I am now a second up. There we go. 1.4 seconds up. I always find if I try stuff over and over again, I do tend to improve. There we go, 2 seconds up. I think I can brake a little bit later there as well. Okay, a much better lap that time. 2.5 seconds quicker. Only into E though. So let's come out and let's take a look and let's see why am I only in E. Okay, some more points earned. Don't need to worry about collecting them for the moment. So first off, let's go across to my team. Oh, blimey, that's a first. It's very rare I'm top of the list, although the guy that's normally top of the list hasn't raced yet. So that possibly will change, but it's good to see so many people setting times already. So in terms of Group E, so I have 90.7, so clearly I can go faster. Although then again, there are some people in there that have the Le Mans already fully upgraded. But let's see what we can do. Final go for today, or at least this moment. 129. Okay. Okay. That 2 seconds up. Yes. All right, there we go. That's got to take me out of Group E and into Group D. A 127.156. Pretty happy with that. What? Not even out of Group E. Good grief. Well, that's disappointing. Car does need servicing. Shame. I don't think I could be any closer. 0.105 seconds from getting into Group D. I think just natural drift will push me into Group D. But it would be nice to get into Group C. Not sure at the moment about that. Although, again, with upgrades next week. But then again, lots of people are going to be doing that. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, well, that's not bad. That's not a bad start. Well, that's okay. I'm happy with that for the moment. We've got 13 days to improve. There we go. Right, okay. So that's almost all the events done. The only event left, or series left to do today, is in the exclusive section. It's the Porsche Mission R. I'm at 81%. I think there's no way I'm going to take this all the way to 100% just because I'll hit the $M cap. But I think what we'll do is we'll start left and move right and see how we get on. So we'll start with the autocross at Circuit of the Americas. "21 seconds. Ooh, that's not good. I mean, that's not a good start. I don't think I even got first there. No, third. Alright, we'll just have to try again. There we go. There we go, first. Just a case of adjusting my braking point. Actually, as always, braking earlier usually means you accelerate out quicker from the corner. Job done. Okay, so tier 17 has a full set of races to do. So we'll start with the speed record. Now, Melbourne, the fastest part of the track is just after the start finish line. So to achieve that, I'm going to have to start from behind the start line. So turn around. Just don't crash your car. Get around this corner and then we'll turn her around. There we go. That should be enough. There we go. Oh, try not to hit the barrier. Now push it. There we go. Eric, the engineer, will be needed, as always, after the race to repair a little bit of bodywork damage. He should be used to that by now, though. It happens often. Nevertheless, I still got first. There we go. Doing all right there. Could have been doing a lot better, but two things have marred my progress in terms of gold collection today. One is me coming second in the speed record on the other series, and two is the fact that there's a daily $M cap. So I'm nowhere near achieving 100% with this series because it's a motorsports car, pays out $M, and I don't like racing once I've hit that $M cap. Okay, next is the speed snap around the Bugatti circuit. So look at these times. 145. They don't stay on screen as long as they used to, and that's not a recent change. But there we go. It's been like that for a while now. Nowhere near, am I? 141. So Khalid Kongwi says, "Hi man, hello," and puts King of Game. Well, I don't know about that, but welcome along. Good to see you again. In fact, based on tonight's performance, I would say most definitely not. I mean, look at that, only third. Well, let's have another go. Let's see what we can do. We got third the first time on autocross, and maybe we can do a little bit better. There we go. I did get 145 that time. There we go. First. I was half expecting a second. So I just approached the corner a little bit slower, and therefore again was able to put acceleration on a lot earlier and get first. But it was close. That was very close. Now I'm just going to hold off. I think I'm going to hold off doing the... am I going to hold off? Let's have a think about this. Do you know what? Let's just carry on. Let's do the Cup. So 12 laps around Lime Rock Park. Might be a long one. I'm going to say that this will be at the very least 12 minutes long. Depends which Lime Rock Park it is, I guess. Finding this hard work to overtake him. Okay. Oh. Okay, so lap 1, I'm in 7th. 11 laps to go, 6 cars to overtake. One per lap will see me okay, but they are going at some speed round this circuit. Alright, lap 2 into 4th, 3 cars to overtake, 10 more laps. We're looking okay, to be fair. Well, I was. Right on the edge. Oh wow, into first. I did not expect that. So that is first. 9 more laps to go. Oh dear. Getting a bit ragged though. And again. All right, 100 yards ahead of second. Let's see if we can have a clean lap. That felt better. There we go. Oh dear. Not so good there though. Back in the mix. Oh dear, we're losing it. And we're not in the lead anymore. Oh dear. Oh, and again. Lost it, we have. Oh, and again there. Oh no. Well, this isn't good at all. And first and second are disappearing off into the distance. And I'm still off the track. Oh man, I've lost it. Let's keep on going. Plenty of laps still to go. Just need to get my racecraft back to better. There we go. Ooh. Okay, at least I didn't go off track that time. And what a difference that makes, because it has closed the gap on second. 4 more laps after this. I reckon I can still win this. Oh, that corner is horrible though. Okay, 3 laps to go and back in first. A little bit of excitement for you all there. I didn't find it exciting, how nervous I was. But oh, here we go. Caught live on TV, well it's not TV, caught live on my stream just how bad I am at this game. Oh well, never mind. Got to keep it together. 2 more laps to go. Keep it neat and tidy. All right, there we go. 1 more lap. And we're 200 yards ahead. Surely we can bring this home now. Okay, there we go. Ah, brake too late there though. Oh, So close. There we go. That's a victory. Woo! That was fun, hard work, and enjoyable, and painful all at the same time. Not me enters the chat and says, "Hey there, mate. How are you?" I am very well, sir. I hope you are too. Now look at that. That was only $56,650 dollars. So I'm nowhere near the total there. So unfortunately, though, the car does need servicing. I could apply an instant service, but I don't think I'm going to. I think we'll just leave it there. I think. I think we'll just leave it there. I think we'll leave it there. So that series will be back also on Friday. So in this stream, lots of fun, but no actual gold earned. But we have put ourselves in quite a good position, I think, for Friday, for plenty of gold to be earned. Now tomorrow we're going to be doing the race to the Zenith event. I'm kind of thinking, because the car involves winning or earning M dollars, I don't think in one go I'm going to be able to take it all the way through to completion. I suspect I will hit the M dollar total in tomorrow's stream before I've completed the event. So that's why I've put it down as in two parts. It might not be the case, but knowing me and my habit of not always completing a goal on first attempt, I would put money on this will take me 2 days to complete the event race to the Zenith. But that is what will be tomorrow's stream. Hopefully you'll be able to join it for me, because I think it might be quite a bit of fun. And even though I've not earned any gold today, I do have 1,381 gold. And my expectation is, as you see there, it's verifying rewards for the weekly time trial. I'm expecting to get 50 gold. So I should have, I was hoping I'd have over 1,500 for tomorrow's event. I obviously won't, but I should have over 1,400. So that should be fine. That should be in a good position to win that car over the next 2 days and still have over 1,000 gold by the completion of that event. All right, there we go. So that's the end of racing for today. Let's take the game off screen and mute the game. If you have enjoyed the racing, enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a thumbs up or a like, and if you'd like to see more of this type of content, then if you watch on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian, and if you watch on Rumble, then please subscribe, not on Rumble, please follow the channel The Fifth Guardian. Thank you to everyone that's watched. Thank you for those that have commented in the chat. It is very much appreciated. With that being said, all it remains me to do is wish whatever is left of your day a very good one. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Until then, thank you and goodbye.